Alright guys, in this lesson I will be showing you a little piano run that is relatively easy, but sounds really cool and sounds really hard. But let me give you an idea of what we're talking about. That kind of thing, but you can use it a whole lot if you play by chords or anything, or just want to kind of show off. So let's try it here. We're going to start by explaining what I'm doing. Now let me explain all this. If you know a C chord, which is C, E, G, okay? What you do to figure out this pattern is you start, you take the chord, and you're going to use that top note, the fifth of the chord, to start with. That's going to be the first note we do. Alright, so it's going to be G, and then the next note we're going to get from the root note, which is a C. So we're going to do a C next, and then this other circled note is the E, the third note. So bop, bop, bop. And that middle note there is just a note we add in between. So then we get this. On any chord. So the block chord here is written out, C, E, G, in each box. And then the circled notes are the notes that come from this chord, but I've just rearranged them. And then this third note here on each of the boxes is just an in-between note. And anyway, we get this sound. So, let's do that a little bit. Let's put the pedal down and then take the left hand and play a C octave. And then we're going to just start on the thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger. And then we're going to come under and do the same thing. Now you don't want to go something like that. I'm exaggerating, but you kind of doing that motion, slow motion, that's what you want to do. Okay, so it's a really neat little effect. And maybe you can only do it this fast at first. Then you can speed it up later. Let's try another chord. What I'm doing is showing you, I'm teaching you how to fish instead of just giving you a fish, okay? So I'm trying to show you how to do this here. Next we're going to take an F chord. Okay, I could have taken any chord, but I'm just going to take an F to show you how to do this. And these are white key runs. FAC is this one, alright? And we're going to do the same thing. It's an F chord, FAC. We're going to take that top note of the fifth, or the fifth of the chord, and that's going to be our thumb note. And then the next note is going to come from the root note, F, and then that last note will come from the third in the middle. And then we'll put a G in to fill it out. Okay, so again, here's the block chord, and the circled notes are the block chord rearranged. Okay? Now we play an F octave in the bass because F is the name of the chord, and then we can do actually tie them together. C chord, F, alright, and then let's try it on an A flat chord. If you do a black key chord, it's a little bit different on the fingering, but let's look at the chord. A flat, C, E flat. Alright, so the thumb note is going to be the top note, or the bottom note of the run is going to be that E flat. It's not going to be the thumb note, but we're going to make this the same way. And then that A flat is going to be right here, and then the C will be here, and then we're just going to put a B flat in the middle to fill it out. So up here we get E flat, A flat, B flat, C, Now the fingering, we can't do it like this, like we finger the other ones. That's too hard. There's an easier way. Let's put our 2, 3, 4, 5, and then our thumb will be on that repeating C if we repeated it down. But let's do this. So here it is right here. Or actually, I did that wrong. E flat, A flat, B flat, and then we're going to come under with the thumb on the C. Okay, so that's how you finger that. So let's do that. And then, you see how my thumb went on the white note, the C? If ever you have a run and there's one white note in the run, your thumb goes on it, okay? That's a pretty good rule to follow. So, see how I'm doing that? So, you can actually start this one on the thumb on the C. Okay? You ought to try at this point a D flat chord. Use this formula, see if you can figure it out. Alright, now let's try a minor chord. Works on minor chord as well. Works on any chord. But, D chord, DFA. Alright, the top note, right here. Top note's going to be the beginning. And then we get this circle note from the root of the chord. And then the last note we get from the third of the chord. Put an E in there to fill it out. The D octave. Part of it is that coming under, right? So you got to get this motion. Watch. See, I'm getting ready for that. I'm preparing that thumb under, so that it's kind of a circular type thing. Okay. Now we go to another minor chord with a flat in it. G minor chord. G, B flat, D. All right. Top note. The fifth of the chord is going to be the first of that run. The root note becomes here, and the third of the chord, the B flat, goes here. A fills the run out. So we have G on the bottom in the octave. You can do this formula on any chord, okay? Check out my Facebook fans page. Do a Google search for Web Piano Teacher fans, or do a Facebook search for www.webpianoteacher.com. You'll find me. There's lots of contests, lots of fun things. You can interact with other pianists, and we just have a lot of fun on the fan page. You can also check out my website, www.webpianoteacher.com. Lots of videos on there that you won't find anywhere else. So please support the cause if you're able to. I'll talk to you guys later.